More importantly, we're with you here on IG Live. What's up, y'all? I'm Baratunde, and I have just had a beautiful personal moment in that my television series that I've hosted with PBS just premiered all across the land. America Outdoors with Baratunde Thurston just hit the East Coast, but also the PBS video app and YouTube. So at least for the first couple of episodes, I'm going to be in the YouTube with that broadcast doing typey chats. And then right after, I'm going to find you here on your vertical or your horizontal device to see what you thought, to answer any follow-up questions. If you're watching this on IG, hit that question mark and start to throw your questions or comments, just things you want me to address or say out loud. No hate crimes, please. And for the YouTube folks, jump in the chat and you know how to do your YouTube thing. But I think this is primarily an IG Live situation. So let me just scroll back and see who's in the room. A good number of y'all have shown up so quickly. Oh my goodness. I just want to give shout out to A Queen Lives One. You were the first to join. I always like to shout out some usernames. Queen Lives One, fittingly, number one, you were the first to join. So I just, know your history. Know your history. I see David Milana's up in here. He's going to be on the show in 3 weeks, third episode, 2 weeks from now, with that Los Angeles episode. So please tune in for that. Dr. KWB says, show was so awesome. I'm definitely going to read that comment out loud. Joel says, hola. Hola, ¿qué tal? And Marty Bell is here. What's up, Marty Bell, head of PBS Digital Studios. What's good? Siobhan, I see you. I think you were over on the YouTube. I'm never fully certain because Siobhan's actually a very common name, but you're a very special person. So I'm going to assume it's you. Thank you. Hip, hip, yip. Yes, the first episode was great. Totally agreed. Acorn, loved it. Tanya Fox is in the house. I got my producer in the house, my IG Live producer. Thank you for being here. So if you see anything, hit me up on the side channel if I need to pay attention to something. Yoga with Luke. I thought it was yoga with the look. I'm like, what's the look? Is there a yoga look? Love the first show. Thank you for helping us unlearn Death Valley. That's a good start. Unlearn. I remember, I think that was like the quote at the end of that movie, Higher Learning, a long time ago. I'm old. And Death Valley, is the is the name of this geographic place in the United States. But all those labels have, history that needs to be unearthed and unlearned. The United States, relatively young nation, a lot of nations predating this one on this land. And one of them was the Timbisha, who have lived in the area that we call Death Valley, that they do not. They call it Timbisha. So the people on the land are named the same. It's really cool to hang out with Pauline Estevez in Death Valley. And her nephew, Don Forhope, who tried to show me up on the golf course, but I got random skills. So you will not be shaming me in any physicality activity. I may not be the best, but I'm not going to embarrass my family. So respect to Don Forhope, with a very different perspective than his aunt on how to honor the land. And we just kind of left that to the viewers to see the difference and feel that out. So glad you watched that. Layla, what's up? The dopest executive assistant ever. Mossy Smith is in the house. Running Smith joins. Mossy, Audible. I'm going to call an Audible. You were just in the show. If you want to join me right here on the live, put in a request. I'm going to ping you with the wave. And if you're still around and if you want to talk, we can take some questions together. Mossy was a damn highlight of my time in Death Valley. I really ran a lot more than I needed to. Like there's running for TV, which is just, all the Marvel movies, they're not fit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not doing all this stuff. You slow motion it down, 360, bam, bam, bam. These guys had me running and we're just out on the highway. And we had the car pacing alongside. So we run down, run back, run down. In fact, my watch probably knows how much I ran. It was not like a Hollywood jog. I was running out there, y'all. Your boy was out in these streets, in these Death Valley, in these Timbisha streets, running with Mossy Smith, who does this for a living. So, yes. Oh, good. A Queen Liv says the first episode set the bar way high. It was so good. I'm going to tell you, It gets better. Like the show gets better. Here's why. That was the roughest episode. It was the first episode. Nobody knew anyone, in terms of the crew. It was deep COVID. This was April 2021, mid-April, like the second, third week of April. And I'm rusty. Everybody, the cameras are, rusty, the lenses, everything. So we got better at storytelling. I got better at traveling and not freaking the hell out. And we found, when you make a show like this, you have like what's in the document that you hope you're making. You have like what you use to sell it, which Twin Cities Public Television used to sell it, and then you have like what actually happens. So what happened was so much better than what was on the page, but what happens after Death Valley is even better. It's even better. So if you love this episode, it just goes up from here. And that's fitting because Death Valley is like literally the lowest point in North America. All we can do is come up. And so I'm super, super proud of this first episode. And hearing you say that it's at a high bar, I guarantee we clear the bar you have in your mind because I was there and I got better. And then the crew got more gelled, like a theater company. More shows you do, the more everybody kind of knows their part. Or, we got a lot of veterans in the show, like a military company or business company. Just we became a better company in a theatrical or militarized or a theatrical sort of sense, or business sense. All right. I just don't want folks to ruin that amazing natural resource. Agreed. Stargazing was insane. Shout out to Harun Mehmedinovic. I created a Google Doc that I shared in the YouTube chat, and I'm realizing I didn't share here. So let me see if I can make a nice little short URL. Did I customize? Link has been edited. All right, great. So here is the link. Does the cross device join work? It does. And it's hopefully something it's simple enough you can just read it. So I pinned this comment. It's a bit.ly URL. You like this branding. I know you do. Baratunde.de. Yeah, your boy did that. /AO101. Capital A, capital O. It's a set of resources. Everybody who was in the first episode, I linked to their Instagram, their Twitter, their websites, and my own at the very bottom. So if you want to follow up with what these folks are up to outside the episode, I think I'll put these little packets together for all 6 episodes. All right. So let's see. We got, okay, good. So I see your request, Mossy. And we got Sky Glow Project is in the house. So everybody see Sky Glow Project. That's Harun. That's Harun Mehmedinovic. He is the nice guy photographer who closed the episode. So I'm going to read this question. There's 2 questions going. I'll take this quick one and we'll bring Mossy up live. From L. Kurtz 67. How is Brent doing? First of all, Brent Underwood is still alive. I mean, truly, to me, that's just like a great thing to be able to say. This boy's up here going through abandoned silver mines alone, for the YouTube. That's not me. I did not go in those mines. But you need to find Brent. In fact, he's here on IG. Brent is on IG as, where is he at? He is Brent Underwood, just the way it seems like it's spelled and sounds. Find him here on IG, post some stuff. Most of his stuff lives on YouTube, though, under Ghost Town Living, YouTube/Ghost Town Living. I got to add that to the doc. I'm talking. You are watching real-time production. Okay. HTTPS, always with the secure link, youtube.com/c/Ghost Town Living. Okay. Doc is live. So Brent's doing good, and he's been up there like 2 years now. Again, not for me, but thank you for asking. And there's another one in here. This is, I thought I selected the question. Yes, Instagram's being a little slow. Siobhan asks, what's the hardest thing for you to cut out of the episode? Ooh, okay. Sort of a cheat. But I filmed a lot myself with my phone, and we were staying in this area called Stovepipe Wells. If anybody knows the region, you know what that's like. Allegedly a town. There's like 5 buildings, and none of the restaurants were open because this was April 2021. So COVID was like, no. So the food we had access to was really bad food for a whole week. Um, we were at wrap for the day. So it was maybe 6 p.m. And I'm, driving back to the hotel, and I pull to the little market slash gas station slash tourist center to get some supplies. Beer. I was trying to get a beer. And I go back out to the car and I look up, and it's like a scene from that movie, The Mummy. It's crazy. Just a wall of sand coming this way. And so my first thought was, video or it didn't happen. I'm like, I gotta get that content. I gotta get that content. So I have a lot of beautiful shots of this crazy storm. And I decided like I'm gonna try to like go out and be up in this storm. So at first I had my N95 is a great sandstorm filter. So I was rocking the masks. I put that up. I had my little wraparound shades. They look like Proud Boy shades, but they're not. I hate that they've stolen like the wraparound polarized lenses. And then I went back to my hotel room. I got my swimming goggles. I got my handkerchief. I had my black denim jacket that I wore up to the mines. It could take everything. So I have a lot of footage of that. And if we couldn't work it into the show, but I'm posting it all to my YouTube. So a lot of YouTube shorts, and I have a whole playlist called Making America Outdoors. And I'll be putting a lot of that vertical stuff there, a lot of it here on IG, maybe on TikTok, so the Chinese government can have a look at how beautiful America is. But that's a dope question. Thank you for that. Okay, let's take a little break. Nick Weinberg, what's up, homie? And yes, Tanya, they look like Proud Boy glasses. I hate that. When like white supremacist insurrectionists take your look, I mean, you got to reclaim that too, just like we got to reclaim the outdoors. So let me see if there's anything else I need to address before. Okay, good. So we are going to try this live. And Sky Glow Project, if you could hit me with a request, I'll try to bring you on for a few minutes too, because I see we got some guests from the first episode. But let's see if the Mossy link works. I see you, Stefan. What's up, bro? Looking forward to other episodes. Thank you. Fran, what's up? Oh, that's dope. That's dope. What? What the blippity? Ah, God. Okay. Well, hi YouTube. How you doing? My Instagram feed just died. What's up, Jermaine? Oh, if it's a Baratunde cast, you know about that. That's good. That's good. All right, so I see we got a couple folks on the YouTube. Let me explain to my YouTubers in the horizontal world. My IG feed dropped. I don't know why. And it says I'm live, like I can see people in the room, but my video is not happening. Oh man, freaking tech. Yeah, there's only like 3 people in the room. I think this thing is broken. Yeah. Oh, Colleen is on both. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I was just about to bring Mossy up. That's so frustrating. Okay, so Colleen, since you are able to comment on the YouTube side of things, do you actually see me live on Instagram? Or am I frozen over there? Because I can't see myself on IG Live. Okay, you don't. So I'm going to have to kill this thing. No, you're ended on IG. Okay, my producer says I'm ended on IG. Then I'm going to end this. View insights. Let's just see. It's totally just, man, I'm not even gonna, I'll just discard it, act like it didn't happen. Let's do airplane mode, reset the antenna, and start a new live. Details. Oh, it's gonna let me pick up where I left off. Start. Okay. Checking connection. Meanwhile, it's a black screen. That's fair. You know why this happened? Because I was talking shit about the Proud Boys. That's why. I need a drink. Everything was going smooth until I tossed some shade at the Proud Boys. You see what I'm saying with the because it was a sunglasses reference. Yeah, we're making all kind of shows up in here. This is the unedited version of America Outdoors Indoors. Okay, looks like the IG feed is back up. Hello, Stacy. Hello, family. All right, Mossy, I see you're in the room, so put in that request again. We'll try this one more time. All right, and if you're watching on the YouTube, you're not going to be able to see this bit of it unless the feed goes down again, in which case you're the only one going to see anything. But I'm bringing Mossy Smith on my IG live. So on your phone, pull that up and let's see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's go. Yes. We got action. My guy. Oh, what's good, man? What's good? It's good to see you, bro. Good to see you, Mossy. Oh, thank you for jumping in here like this. No plan. I love it. But you ready? You're like a former Marine, so you're always ready for everything.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm gonna apologize in advance too. Got my little boy here, obviously, and he's just, yeah.
Why are you flexing with the cutest dog in the world, bro? That's not even fair. That's not even. You're an ultra marathoner, and you have the cutest dog in the world. That's not reasonable.
Don't tell him.
So, if y'all got questions for Mossy, hit that question mark. Were you able to see the episode?
Not yet.
Okay.
We got about 2 more hours on this coast until we get ready to do it.
That's right. So you're on the West Coast feed. I just was in. PBS put the full premiere on YouTube, so I was in the YouTube stream, in the comments, in the chats, and folks were feeling you, man. Especially this. There was this quote, and actually, so my first question will be for you based on this quote that I wrote down, and actually I tweeted it out. So by introduction, most people haven't seen the show yet, but you all will. This is America Outdoors. I'm the host. Mossy's one of our featured participants, guests, humans, and Mossy's an ultra marathoner, and he was in our very first episode in Death Valley, aka Timbisha, where he was returning to the scene of his totally unnecessary extremist event of a 135-mile run in July at like the hottest period of time in Death Valley, and meeting a black man who purposefully, voluntarily runs, not for a bus or a plane, not from another person, just like for your spirit and your heart. I was reminded of Ahmaud Arbery, and so I asked you in the show like how you handle that, and you said, yes, that's true, and I think about that, but quote, I still refuse to let outside things dictate my joy. I need to get out because that's when I'm being the best version of myself. So thank you for that, and thank you for being in the show. How is your joy right now? How are you doing?
Oh, brother, I'm blessed beyond measure, man. Yeah, since our time together, I don't know if I told you I did an internship and finished up my MBA program at the UO, and now I'm working full time at Nike. So yeah, got the dog, got the job, got the girl. Yeah,
man, yo, you deserve it all. You deserve it all. That's, and I can't think of like a better company for you, given what you do and how you've orchestrated your whole life. That's great, man. Congratulations all around. These hearts are flying off the screen here. People love to see it. That's great.
Oh man.
So, and there's this. I think we got the answer because you said the girl, but Siobhan wants to know: is he single?
No, I am not.
No, he's not, and that's on the record. Okay, so we got the question, we got the direct response, so your girl can see you being very forthright with that. Thank you, Siobhan, for your interest. Mossy is not single. Here's a question from Blacks in Nature. Okay, question from Blacks in Nature, low latency. What percentage of ultra marathoners are Black?
That honestly, I don't have the stats on that off the top of the dome. But I mean, I'll tell you, I've been running ultra marathons now since 2004. And yeah, like if there's more than a handful there, like that feels like a family reunion. And I've only
Wow.
had that happen once or twice. So I think that our numbers are definitely growing, especially since then. But you know, there's still room for everybody to come into the sport. And I think that with Tunde, with what you're doing, as far as like showing us out there in these different environments, it's planting seeds with others to realize that they can also take part in that and find their joy in that if that's what they choose to do. So
Good, good. There's actually I found out we know people in common. My boy Tim Clinton and his wife Desiree, they do this adventure racing stuff. They're always trying to get me out in these forest streets. And I mentioned Team Onyx, and they're like, "We know Team Onyx. We see Mozzie out here." One day I'll do it with them / y'all. That day has not yet arrived. But so thank you, Blacks in Nature. Everybody follow Blacks in Nature. It's a dope account. There was another question. Somebody wasn't following my explicit instructions to use the question mark feature, but I am an attentive host. So when Holly Berry, that's a good name. When is your next long run, Masi?
let's see. Well, I just did one a long-ish practice run last weekend.